John, it's been quite a few months since we last caught up with you, and I've come to visit you today. Building works are progressing on your special extension. But first about you, how far has the MND now gone since I last spoke to you?
Well, I mean, it's really taken hold of me now. You can hear my speech is deteriorating. I can walk a few steps with a walker, but can't actually stand up without falling over. Both my hands now are virtually useless. I can just about hold a fork to feed myself about half a meal. Then my arm just gets too physically exhausted. I went to my neurologist this week, and he said, my breathing performance has deteriorated from 110% because I was an ex-competitive cyclist down to 42%. So he said I need to have it's called a PEG, which is a feeding tube inserted as soon as possible if I'm going to live with MND for very long.
How do you feel about having the feeding tube fitted? Because it's the next level, isn't it, of acceptance of what's happening to you?
I've been very resistant to this. Up to this week, I've always been no, I'm not. But when you come down to it, and the expert in the field saying he knows the way of how my illness is progressing, having a young child, and a loving wife, etc. Is, I've got to try and life is for living, isn't it?
So day to day, your wife Sharon's now given up work to look after you. How's that going? She's sat in the room. We got to be careful.
Well, in a way, it's easier for me than it is for I'll call her the carer, because I'm solely reliant on her now for virtually everything. Getting dressed, making me drinks. Even I can't pick up anything, so if I need, a phone, she'll have to pass it to me. So for her day is hectic to say the least.
What's the next stage for you then? I suppose getting the building extension finished.
Yeah, I mean, once that's finished, hopefully I'll be able to get out of the house in a safe manner, because at the moment it's a bit of a hit and miss affair. And I'll have a wet room, so showering won't be the harrowing experience it is at the moment. I mean, it's virtually finished. We're just waiting for the floor screed to dry. That will take a number of weeks.
And do you ever find yourself thinking about how much longer you have to live?
I do. I mean, the statistics are. I mean, I've already come over the first benchmark, which is 14 months. 50% of people die within 14 months. And 90% die within 2 to 5 years. So I don't feel I'm ready to die just yet.
Now, I've seen a picture of you along with 4 other people adorning a train station. What's this all about? It's called Team Optimism. How did you manage to get your face on a billboard?
I know, it's fame at last. A number of people that have done similar things to me, all suffering the same illness, were asked to take part in a campaign called Team Optimism. And the aim is to raise £250,000 in June for the MNDA. So we're all going to be organising events for the month of June. And CBS have kindly given us free advertising space in 150 railway stations and on both the Tube and National Rail.
Yeah, it says, why support a dying team? Team Optimism. June 2012, a month for optimism. And there's 5 of you featured there. How does it feel to see yourself in a nationwide advertising campaign?
It's brilliant, actually. I mean, I came home on Monday night, just to give you an example, so I'm saying all day in hospital, being told I was going to have this peg fitted, really depressed. And then somebody emailed me the photo, and it made my day, really. It really lifted my spirits.
And if people do see these photos these billboards out and about, you want them to send you the picture, don't you?
Yeah, I'm building up a collection. I've got 3 so far, and there's 150 to get. So yeah, the idea is what I've said to people. If they send me the photo, I'm going to give the best photo a prize. It won't be much, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to photograph the one in Taunton for you, so you get my name down for that prize if you can. Any message you want to send out there to anyone who might not be aware of MND?
I'm very much involved in campaigning for the MND, Motor Neurone Disease Association now. So, but everybody or a lot of people you meet don't know what it is, and it's an illness that generally gets fit, active people. So, I mean, it can happen to anyone. It's a terminal illness. There's no cure. They don't know what causes it. So research is so minimal. I mean, Motor Neurone Disease Association has just over £3 million a year for research in the UK. When you compare that with a charity like Cancer Research, which has £336 million. So at the moment, unless we can raise awareness for this illness, there will never be a cure.